So the Mandalorian trailer dropped on the D23 and it looked pretty sick. I'm a big Star Wars fan and I wanna take a closer look at this trailer. So this time it will be a more serious video. Joker would say,
"Why so serious?"
So first of all, the description of the video. After the stories of Django and Boba Fett, another warrior emerges in the Star Wars universe. The Mandalorian is set after the fall of the Empire and before the emergency of the First Order. We follow the travelers of a lone gunfighter in the outer reaches of the galaxy far from the authority of the New Republic. That sounds pretty sweet. And I like how we are in the timeline between the 6th and 7th movie. So now the first shot of the trailer. We see some stormtrooper helmets on the ground in the sand. Looks pretty dark for me, but also pretty nice. Like, it doesn't look like the normal Star Wars we've seen before. The camera is slowly approaching the helmets and then a character, of course the Mandalorian, is going through the shot. The next camera shot is where you see the back of that character and some stormtrooper helmets on spears. That looks even darker and I like it even more. And the camera is slowly approaching the helmets on the spears, what looks cool and badass, to be honest. After that you see the Lucasfilm logo. And in the next shot we see a ship flying above a forest and some lakes and rivers. I think, if I am not wrong, that's the ship of the Mandalorian. Then it gets dark. Afterwards we see a city, maybe on the sand planet like in the first shot, but I'm not sure. You can see two ships, the Mandalorian ship and the second one. The bounty hunter is going through a big stone door. Looks kinda sick, but also strange. Comment down below what you think which planet it is. After that, we see he's buying some blue stuff. A crystal maybe, or something else. To be honest, I don't really know. But maybe you do. Then the camera shows us a black dude, kinda looking bored. If he's the dude selling this crystal stuff, what I suppose, maybe he is thinking, come on, buy it already. I don't have all day. Ugh. The next shot is quite interesting. A ship, I guess it is again the Mandalorian ship, is flying above mountains that are cracked. Looks kinda weird, but I think I saw that somewhere before, but I don't remember. Then we got 3 fast shots. First he's putting something in his pants pocket. I can't really see what it is, but it looks like it can be folded. But there are pictures of the armor he is wearing on the D23. Let's look at one at these pictures where you can see his leg. And they say, moving down his leg, the Mandalorian has more charges or magazines on his leg, as well as a knife in there. So now we know it's a knife. Let's look at the other pictures as well. The full armor looks pretty sick and badass for me. His blaster looks nice and long, and as we already know, he has a knife on his leg. And my favorite thing is his big rifle. I love it, really, I love it, it looks cool. And on the other end, it looks weird. Does this shoot out electricity or something? I don't know, at least they say it on the blog, but we don't know. That are just speculations, but the rifle can be used for long range or hand-to-hand combat, and that's cool. But back to the trailer. In the second shot we see he's setting his arm armor in the right position. In the third shot we see a door opening and he stands in front of it. Then the camera shows a woman in a dark place, but if you enhance the contrast of this scene, you can see it's Cara Dune in the forest, sitting and driving somewhere. Let's go back to the article and look at her armor as well. She is a former shock trooper in the Rebel Alliance. Her armor doesn't have as much stuff as the Mandalorian, but it still looks quite cool. Let's look at the top and bottom of the armor. They look cool, and if you want to know more details, I will link the article in the description. She also has a knife on her leg, what looks okay, and a little blaster. I mean little. It is little. Really small blaster, don't you think? Overall, both armors are really cool. I like them, both. I mean the Mandalorian's armor looks a bit sicker and badass, but that's my opinion. But again, back to the trailer. We can see We are in the desert now. I guess the Mandalorian is standing in front of a guy on an animal. Sorry, I forgot what type of races they are. In the next shot, we see a Twi'lek winking at the camera, probably at the Mandalorian. And it looks like they are in a workshop or something like that. And it looks like in the background is a ship. Then the camera shows the Mandalorian alone in the desert in a kind of epic walking shot. Well, I mean, look at it. It looks badass and he's just walking. That's cool. Afterwards, you can see a woman with her child, I suppose, in a water lake, probably fearing of getting shot or something like that. Then you see these black troopers, which I think they are really cool, and all pointing with their weapon at something. Maybe at his droid. Then the camera changes and you see the blaster from the Mandalorian. And you can see in the background someone standing around, maybe the bounty hunter wants some information or something like that, or he wants to kill him, I don't know, we will see in the series. Now we see a black dude looking at something or someone, probably someone, maybe the bounty hunter or his droid, which many say his name is IG-88, but I saw on Twitter a post that someone said IG-11, so I guess I will call him IG-11. Write in a comment what the real name is or the right name, but I guess IG-11 is right. On the left side we see the black troopers again, and on the right side we see normal stormtroopers. After that we see the Mandalorian and not more. Then we see the series is starting on the 12th of November, on my fucking birthday. That's nice. In the next shot you see two guys on a speeder bike and something blue is coming at them, maybe a ship or a weapon is shooting at them, I'm not sure, but I just guess. Then it changed to the guy on the bike who is trying to slow down and I guess to change the direction he is going. Now we can see an AT-ST foot and then the AT-ST shooting at people. And you can see the people that are attacking are using some kind of stick to fight. That's interesting. Then the camera switched to a city where a woman is running. In the next shot where a guy, I suppose carrying a child. Then we see an epic shot where the Mandalorian and his droid IG-11 broken up a door and going there like bad as they are. Now we are in the space. A ship is chasing the Mandalorian and he got hit by a shot from the other ship. Doesn't look good for him. The camera changed to the Mandalorian in the city sitting on a sit using a heavy gun. Looks like a minigun, I don't know what it's called, I'm sorry. In the next shot we can see how he shoots at people on the roof. That looks cool. Then we see his droid shooting at people and it looks kinda sick how he moves. And funny too, to be honest. Then we have multiple scenes. In the first one we see two stormtroopers. The first one with a gun pointing at someone and the one in the background is just looking. In the second scene we see the Mandalorian going for his rifle on the back, and in the third scene he is pointing with his blaster at the camera, looking badass like he is. In the fourth and the next scene we see again two stormtroopers, one standing in the back and one holding his blaster. Kinda looks like the same shot, just mirrored. Just we can also see the end of the rifle from the Mandalorian. And in the fifth and last scene we see one stormtrooper behind him, probably one or two where his blaster is pointing, and two in front of him, where the end of his rifle is pointing. Looks like we're gonna see a nice fight in the series. Then it gets dark and the guy starts talking. Let's listen to that.
Bounty hunting is a complicated profession.
We are now in a completely different place, like before. We can see three guys, two looking at the Mandalorian and one is holding him from behind. Then he is hitting the guy behind him and the one on the left. The right guy is just looking at him like, fuck, fuck, fuck! What do I do? In the next shot, you see how he grabs the tentacles of this guy. Sorry, I don't know what they are called. I'm really sorry. The camera changes and you can see how he smacks that guy's face at the table. That looks really, really sick. In the next shot, you can also see that in close-up and it looks even better. In the next scene, the Mandalorian is turning around and then using some kind of grappling hook from his right arm to get the guy who is running away. In the background you can see they are in some kind of bar, I guess. The next two shots you can see he's got the guy, which was running away, and the Mandalorian cuts his line and grabbing his blaster and shooting at the door. In the next shot you can see how the guy is laying between the door and how the Mandalorian shed the switch. And the door is closing, and before you can see how he got cut in half, the picture went black. But what I wanna say to this shot, that's even darker what we have seen before in Star Wars. I mean, like, that's not family friendly. In the next shot you can see a guy in carbonite, and on the left side the Mandalorian going away in the background. You also can see 3 more carbonite chambers, I think they are called like that. Now you can see the guy who talked before, an older white hair guy sitting in front of a desk on his chair.
Don't you agree?
Then the camera changes to the Mandalorian, turning around and looking at the guy talking. And that's the end of the trailer. Then you can see the title of the series, Star Wars The Mandalorian. And I like how the title gets revealed. Looks like the cape of the Mandalorian is fading away to the right side, and revealing the title looks really sick. To be honest, I look forward to this series, and the trailer really got me hyped. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like and let's discuss about this trailer even more in the comments. May the Force be with you. Bye.